Good morning, it's Melissa, Mother Lover for Life, 100%, coming to you from the park out here underneath these big trees, out here in the peace and serenity of nature. I'm going to be doing the Sacred Path cards today. Today I'll be doing the cornstalk spread to see what my philosophy is growing, and if I will produce any corn manna. So the cornstalk spread is a way to receive the life manna that comes from sacred corn pollen. It's a gentle daily reminder of the beauty to be experienced if you're open to it, and I am. So we feed the body, the mind, and the heart, and the spirit if we seek beauty in our daily lives. So that's what I'm doing. I'm out here using my philosophy to continue growing corn and catching sacred corn pollen, and I do that by seeking beauty in nature, beauty within myself, and nature helps remind me of the beauty that can be experienced in nature and within my own sacred heart and eternal being. So this is a 4-card spread, starting at the root, going up to the 4th card, which is the sacred corn pollen. And we will see what Great Mystery and Great Spirit have to share with me and you to see whether our philosophy is growing corn and catching corn pollen. So corn's the symbol of goodness, abundance, fertility to our people, and these are the things that feed us daily. The mind, the body, the spirit, and your sacred heart. If your life philosophy is not growing corn, you're not going to catch any sacred corn pollen, because you're not coming from the sacred heart space. So in order to stay in balance, I have to stay in nature, or at least retreat to nature, to stay at peace within my internal being. Sometimes I use meditations, put my earphones in and use that. It was really hard for me to learn how to meditate, to shut my brain off and allow, the silent places in my mind to be at rest. If I ground myself into the Earth Mother, it's much easier for me to meditate and hear the messages I'm getting from Great Mystery and Great Spirit if I am at peace within my mind and my heart. So if you're conscious, you don't need a conscience. There's not the angel and the devil sitting on your shoulder battling each other out, It's just like, okay, I'm conscious, I'm awake, and, I'm tapped in, tuned in, turned on, and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to direct my energy into something positive and create beautiful things in my life. That's my number one goal today. What does Melissa want? If Melissa can help Melissa, then maybe the things that Melissa's doing can help other people and serve others, and, so that's what I'm about. Helping myself, serving others, sharing my message with people that are like-minded, and using my creative energy in a positive, direct way in order to seek beauty and balance and abundance and joy in my life. And I like to grow things, beautiful things. It reminds me that life's going on. Life lives on. And there's growth. Even after destruction, there's growth. There's rebirth. I'm giving birth to my new life. The old me is dead and gone. And there has to be that tower moment, that destruction, before you can begin to rebuild something beautiful. Sometimes that's the way it goes. In order for you to decide what you really want in your life, sometimes things have to be removed, or you have to walk away from things. That's what I always tell myself. If I would have listened to the internal nudgings of Great Mystery and Great Spirit from the beginning, instead of ignoring them, maybe I wouldn't have had to experience so much pain in my life. But, I'm a hard learner. Or at least I used to be. That just comes from past conditioning. And that's bullshit. Pain, no gain. Oh, bullshit. Life's painful enough without making it worse. So, if suffering is optional, I'm opting out of the suffering part. Because there's plenty of people suffering right now. That's the one thing about having faith that keeps me going. I know that suffering is only temporary, and if I continue to walk in beauty and peace, that I will walk through those parts of my life that are difficult, and I don't have to prolong the suffering or roll in the bullshit. I can walk through it and, make it out to the other side, and the shit washes off. I keep my etheric being clean by practicing good spiritual hygiene. And being around people that are spiritually fit. They teach me, I teach them, and it's a symbiotic relationship based on giving and receiving, not taking. There's a common respect there, so it works. It works for me and them. And those are the people that I'm allowing into my space. And I'm able to put up boundaries now. In the past, I have not been able to put up boundaries. I didn't get any growing up. All my spaces were invaded to the point of where I didn't even know who I was anymore. I've been forced to do things my whole life that I didn't want to do, and the squeaky wheel got the grease, and yeah, not anymore. Because I realized that I have feelings, and it's okay to have feelings. If I'm not acknowledging my feelings, then I become emotionally reactive, and then I'm causing destruction in my life and others. Because I'm miserable. Because I'm not doing what I love to do. And I refuse to live that way anymore. So, we're going to draw. Excuse me, my nose is itchy. My allergies are bothering me, so if I keep rubbing my nose, that's why. I'm going to draw 4 cards, and we'll see if we walk in beauty and balance today, what beauty I can experience in my life and my reality. And so I'm going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. So, talking stick is our first card. 15, talking stick, viewpoints and options. Excuse me. The first card is the root, which denotes the beauty that can be experienced today by connecting to the Earth Mother. This card can also speak to you about the root of the problem. If you are in turmoil about some life situation, the root card can also allow you to see the resources available through connecting to Earth Mother. Talking stick, viewpoints and options, number 15. Talking stick, remind me of each sacred point of view, complete within the circle of the sacred hoop. The talking stick is a tool used in many Native American traditions when a council is called. It allows all council members to present their sacred points of view. The talking stick is passed from one person to another as they speak, and only the person holding the stick is allowed to talk during that time period. The answering feather is also held by the person speaking unless the speaker addresses a question to another council member. At that time, the answering feather is passed to the person asked to answer the query. The talking stick is a tool that teaches each of us, to honor the sacred point of view of every living creature. In council, if we listen to the wisdom and teachings of others, we can then broaden our understanding and relate in a new way and manner to others. It has been said that the great wheel of life has many spokes, and that each of us will stand on every spoke at one time or another. The lessons we learn on each spoke bring us closer to the wholeness of harmony. Disdain for those who have not learned these lessons will not serve in bringing harmony. The talking stick reminds us of the validity of others' viewpoints and teaches us how to listen and apply what we hear. We are being reminded not to interrupt others who are imparting wisdom. We are taught through listening that life has millions of options and answers to any dilemma. If the talking stick has appeared in your spread, you are probably not allowing yourself any options in your present situation, or have become too stuck on one idea to see any further than your self-created tunnel. Open up and listen to the opportunities that the talking stick says are coming your way. So I am. Remember, all life signals and/or options are available to those who will hear. You are being given an opportunity to grow through an alternative route. Use this gift now. So I'm open to this alternative route, and I am willing to use this gift now, and I am open to other people's viewpoints and options. I do not listen to people that are critical, or I don't believe in constructive criticism, because I just grew up in a very critical home, which I just shut down. My mind just shuts off when people are being critical and judgy and, I don't know, have a cob up their ass about how their viewpoint's better than yours and they want to argue back and forth. That it doesn't work for me. We all have something to say, and I'm willing to hear anybody's viewpoint or opinion or perception or life experience that they have, because their perception is going to be different than mine. And from their life experiences, they've gained other knowledge and lessons and viewpoints that maybe I don't have. And I will take suggestions, but I do not take criticism well, because I'm very critical of myself, and it's something that I'm working on due to growing up in a home that was conditioning. My conditioning was, you do what you're told, and you didn't get a choice. And so criticism and being critical just doesn't work for me. So I like to take suggestions and use what I can use from those suggestions to better, guide myself in my life. And what feels right in my heart and my gut is where I go. If it feels right, I do that. Usually when I think too hard about things, I just can't. I overthink everything, or I'm a overachiever, overdoer, overtrier, and sometimes I just try too hard. So that's a good reminder to listen and hear the other viewpoints and options and life paths and ways to grow alternatively, and I'm open to that. So I'm grateful for that lesson today, and I have other resources and options available, and if I continue to connect to Earth Mother, I will be able to be aware and hear what those other options are for my life, and take that guidance accordingly. So I'm grateful for that. The second card is the Stalk card, which expresses the attitude needed to walk in beauty and balance. The Stalk card can also denote the lesson you need to learn, so you may be a bridge between the path of understanding and the crooked trail. This human bridge is a peacemaker, true witness, or healer. You can be called upon to take any one of these roles at any time. The courage, talent, and/or ability needed to be a human bridge is supported by the Stalk card. So, Sweat Lodge, purification. So, purification, I'm being supported by the Stalk card. And I am purifying my mind, body, and spirit. I currently am drug-free, alcohol-free. I don't take any pills, and I use plants as my medicine and food as medicine. I'm not always perfect at it, but, that's my truth. Anything can be used as medicine if used in moderation. Fire purification, steam from sacred stones, prayer ties, and tobacco meld spirit songs. The term sweat lodge has been used for a long time and doesn't truly express the purpose of this ceremony. The purpose is to purify the body, mind, and spirit so that a new sense of self may be present on the path. Sweating is one of the things that you do in the lodge, but it is not the reason that you enter the ceremony of the lodge. Excuse me. If we believe something, those beliefs may be changed, but to know is to have a gift that is part of our total self and is as much of an extension of who and what we are as our leg. Our beliefs, however, can be filled with misconceptions of others, opinions, which may create impurities. They may be filled with confusion or a sense that become someone else said it was so and so it is. As the family of humankind, we have long forgotten that these impurities that need cleansing. If we forget to pray for love, peace, to enter the hearts of all races, nations, and creeds, we destroy the pure intent of those prayers and praise. The sweat lodge is made from willows and is circular. The number of willows used depends on the purpose of the lodge. The willow is the tree of love in our Seneca tradition. It bends with grace and does not break easily. In humbling ourselves and crawling through the opening to the Purification Lodge, we are also asked to check our egos at the door, since self-sacrifice originally meant to make sacred. Approaching every act of life in a sacred manner is the Indian way. A circular form of the Purification Lodge reminds us not to assign blame to others if they falter or fall, but rather to gently teach in loving kindness so that the circle of the sacred hoop may remain whole. Willow is our reminder of the cleansing love necessary for that growth to occur. So the Sweat Lodge card speaks the need for purifying some aspect in your life. The cleansing can be a gentle healing if you're willing to approach it in a sacred manner. It may be time to cleanse negative thoughts and attitudes. From another point of view, if you have people pulling you down and stopping your forward movement, cleaning away the barriers is called for here. Whether the purification is of body, mind, emotions, attitudes, or spirit, it is for you to decide. The constant rule of the Sweat Lodge card is that humility and purification always make way for new life force to enter. Remember that once the rust is removed, you may shine in your own right. So, I'm removing the rust from my life, from my body, mind, and spirit, and purifying myself accordingly, so that the Stalk card, Purification, and I do have the courage, the talent, and an ability needed to be the human bridge. And it's supported by purification. And I am a peacemaker, a healer, a witness, And I know I'm being called upon to take on one of these roles. And I'm ready. God, Great Mystery, Great Spirit, has been conditioning me for years now to prepare me for this leadership role. And I know that. So, that's what I'm doing. The third card is the Kernel card, which tells you what the fruits of your labor will provide for you. The lesson of this card should be fully digested so that the ear of corn can give energy to the body, mind, and spirit and support your present path. Kernels of corn represent the seeds of the future to Native people. These kernels they also provide food for the present through learning present lessons. The future will be assured. So, pipe 1, inner peace. Prayer and inner peace. So if I can sustain internal peace and continue to pray for internal peace, these kernels of food will provide food for the present lessons, and my future will be assured if I continue to stay in purification and within internal peace. Excuse me, number 1. So we're kind of got a countdown. 2, 1. What was our first card? 15. And then 2. And then 1. Pipe of my forefathers, teach me to sing praise for all of the gifts that Great Mystery gave. Allow me to know my spirit's release and bring to my heart eternal peace. So I drew this card yesterday as well. We were given the pipe to send our prayers and gratitude to Great Mystery and to signify peace among all nations, tribes, and clans. So as it says, the bowl of the pipe represents female aspect in all living life forms, and the stem is the symbol of the male aspect in all living life forms. To be a pipe carrier is an honor and a calling. The pipe carrier can be called on to smoke at births, deaths, marriages, rites of passage, contractual agreements, councils, special purification ceremonies, moon meditations, or when anyone needs comfort, prayers, or wishes to give thanks. It is through visions or dreams, usually from long preparation and purification, that one is called to serve our people as a pipe carrier. The path of the pipe carrier is not a fad or a trend. It is a way of life that comes from the heart. The medicine way is a long and narrow trail of discovery with constant rebirth. It should never be treated in a frivolous manner. Pipe carriers are guardians of sacred tradition and ceremony. They serve the people as a pastor or rabbi serves in a traditional church or synagogue. That was the first time I realized each person creates the inner peace or discord that flows out into the world. We cannot create world peace if we are riddled with internal conflict, hatred, doubt, or anger. We radiate the feelings and thoughts that we hold inside, whether we speak them out or not. Whatever is splashing around inside of us is spilling out into the world, creating beauty or discord with all other circles of life. So sacred is a person's word and honor that it is to be upheld even if the cost paid dearly is the person's life. Any time the pipe is shared, the words spoken and agreements made are based upon the Indian idea of honor, truth, and mutual understanding stemming from each person's inner peace. The pipe card speaks of inner peace that can be found through the balancing of self. It is now time to honor both sides of your nature, male and female, and to acknowledge the eternal flame of great mystery that lives inside of you. How you influence the lives of others depends upon this balance. Inner peace can be found through prayer and the understanding of your role in the whole of creation. World peace begins in the heart of each individual. It may be time to make peace with others or with any internal conflict that keeps you from seeing the beauty of your true potential. In all cases, the pipe card asks you to honor the blessings given by Great Mystery. It asks you to honor who you are and why you are here. It asks you how you can assist your world. In making peace with the self, these questions will be answered and the sacred path will become clear. And Grandfather Sun is shining upon me. And my path is being made clear, and I'm grateful for that. So that's the kernel card, the pipe, internal peace, internal prayers and peace to Great Mystery. Great Mystery and Great Spirit know what's in my sacred heart. The fourth card is the manna card, which denotes how your corn silk is catching sacred corn pollen and bringing abundance to your life. If you're feeling the fear of scarcity, the corn manna card will present the lesson that you need to realign with the field of plenty. If your life and philosophy are growing corn, which I feel that it is, the card shows how to continue growing corn. So what do you know? Fire medicine, spontaneity, passion. So if I continue to live my life passionately and spontaneously and draw upon my internal peace and my fire medicine through purification of myself, my mind, body, and spirit, I will continue catching, the sacred corn pollen. So my personal philosophy is growing corn. I do feel like I'm in alignment with the field of plenty. That's the card I drew yesterday. And so this is what my corn manna is growing. If my corn silk is catching sacred corn pollen and bringing abundance to my life, and I feel very confident that it is. So 30, fire medicine. I just have a knowing. Kind of like it said in that last reading. I know. It's not a guess. I have a knowing. And that's a blessing. It's a gift from Great Mystery that I have a knowing of who I am and what I'm here for. Sacred fire within us, place of eternal flame, burn away the barriers in Great Mystery's name. Teach us warmth and goodness, the love of Grandfather Sun, melting every difference until we are truly one. Grandfather Sun lives inside us as well as in the great sky nation and is located in the vibral core or middle body just above our navel. When we radiate our love to those around us, we allow Grandfather Sun who lives within us to shine. The proper use of this love energy is one form of fire medicine. Fire medicine is our passion for living, our desire to love and be loved, our need for human companionship and warmth, our physical strength, the compassion we have for others, our creativity and spontaneity, as well as the fire that fuels our medicine dreams. Our physical passion comes from the fire within our Earth Mother. This form of fire medicine can fuel our bodies with stamina, allow us to express our sexuality, spark our creativity, or spontaneous actions. When we bring our Mother Earth's love up through our feet into our vibral core to meet Grandfather Sun's inner fire, we have accomplished a type of inner creation, the divine union of the male and female. When we disconnect from Earth Mother, this union of the two fires will not be able to feed our bodies the fire medicine we need, and we may become ill. I have seen this happen to people in the cities who must guard themselves through shutting off any external stimulus in order to survive the noise pollution or unwanted attention of those whom they do not wish to know. When the external stimulus is shut off, so is the connection to Earth Mother. The boundaries of people's sacred space become very small, and their natural roots, which draw energy from Earth Mother's internal fire, cannot feed their bodies with her nurturing. This type of contraction breeds mistrust and the feelings of separateness that eventually spread from the mind to the body, creating a disjointed sense of self. Dis-ease will set in and can only be healed through the warmth of reconnection to Earth Mother, her creature beings, and all other relations. Later then, trust has returned. It will be time to continue the healing through reconnecting with other two-legged humans on a new level. If fire medicine has appeared in your cards today, you are being asked to acknowledge the fire within. Your spontaneity for living depends upon your connection to fire. You can support your passion for living through acknowledging all of the good medicine present in your life, and I do. Your ability to create adventure and excitement comes from your willingness to give yourself pleasure and joy. All that is needed to continue the passion is to decide you are worthy and proceed. And I know my worth, and I know I'm worthy, and I am proceeding. If you have any judgments about passion on the physical level, it may be time to clear them. All acts of life are sacred when treated in a respectful manner. Any old fears of intimacy or commitment can act as limitations to relationships. If this applies to you, clear the fear. As the fear leaves, so will the coldness of past hurts, and you will be ready to move forward toward new rewarding future relationships. In all cases, fire medicine insists that we use the fire within to fuel our lives with energy. This energy comes from Mother Earth's passionate physicality and Grandfather Sun's spontaneous love. When we are in balance, this divine union sparks our natural desire to experiencing life. If the spontaneity is already happening to you, continue. So I'm going to continue having fire medicine, passion, spontaneity in my life through prayer and inner peace, through purification, and allowing myself to be open to other viewpoints and options. And I'm opening the door to Great Mystery and saying, okay, here I am, and I'm walking in beauty and catching sacred corn pollen. And so I'm going to continue catching the sacred corn pollen that is creating spontaneity and passion, because I'm a passionate being. And I am creating, using my life force energy to do these videos and reach out to people that are like me, and sharing my message with the world. And I'm grateful that I am blessed to be able to do that and share my knowing with you. And, that brings me peace and happiness, that I can reach out and help others like me. And I hope that you can find this video helpful in some way, and that you continue to walk in beauty, joy, peace, and abundance, and be spontaneous and passionate about your life, and connect to the Earth Mother to continue to feed that internal fire, and use prayer and purification to walk in beauty and balance. And that's the message that I have to share and channel from Great Mystery and Mother Earth and Grandfather Sun and Grandmother Moon. And I'm grateful to be here and to be able to share this message with you. And I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful day that's filled with love, peace, joy, and abundance. Peace. Mother Lover out. Have a good day.